distraction. Hello. Maybe. Just maybe. We'll get something done today. Maybe. Just maybe. I hope you can hear me. I don't know if I don't even know if I'm live or not. Okay, how do you get this thing? I don't want to end it. Comments. There they are. I am on StreamYard. That's where I'm on now. So, I don't know how to find my guests. I can have guests. Maybe, just maybe. Copy. Nope, I don't want that one. How do I put it up? How do I put this up? I got it copied. How do I make a comment? Nope, not that. Nope, not that. I haven't done StreamYard in so long. I'm paying for it, might as well do it. Might as well do it. Might as well do it. Do it, do it, do it. Might as well. Nope. I got that one. I'm messing around with this. Oh yeah. I have these. I have the countdown. I like my little teddy bears. Those are pretty cool. This is me, Dorilina. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get something done today. Just maybe. Stop looking for happiness in a space you lost it. Well, if you lost the happiness in one spot, don't look for it right there. Look for it someplace else. That's kind of like what that says. And let me see. The people with the worst place can create the best future. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know how I'm doing this. I'm on something different now, and I don't know how to get my own comment up here. I don't want to end it. I don't want to end this. So if you guys want to comment, go ahead and comment. I don't know. The people with the... Okay, I got that one down. Let me see what else. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And what they have planned for you is not much. Well, if you don't make plans for yourself, the universe is just going to make plans for you. And you're just going to be like a hit and miss kind of thing. But some things are meant to happen. Plan, people, plan. I didn't plan on being a truck driver, but kind of had to go with it. Forgiving people in silence and never speaking to them again is a form of self-care. You can forgive people like through prayer. That's how you can forgive people. It's sending out your love. Kind of like what do you call it? Telepathic. What I mean by telepathic is like when someone calls you and you were just thinking about them or you were about to call them. There's like that communication. It's invisible that your heart loves them or your thoughts are thinking about them and their thoughts are thinking about you and they connect. That's how you can forgive someone too. But you have to feel it. And don't cling to yesterday. That's water under the bridge. It's already down the river. It was beautiful, but it was yesterday. These are some pretty good sayings that I got. I like them. That one is a good one. Don't cling to yesterday. It was beautiful, but it is yesterday. That's it. It's yesterday now. And you can't get that back. We live for tomorrow, but we live in the moment of right now. We don't live in yesterday. And if you're living in yesterday, like say you did something and you feel really bad, and you feel guilty, and like me when I ended up losing my kids, it hurt for years. It hurt, and I blamed myself. Did my kids know it? Nope. Were they happy with me? Nope. but I had to forgive myself. But and I finally had to let yesterday go and start living for today. And that made that like I finally cut the ties with my own emotions and everything. And I was able to, stop dragging those emotions and that guilt and that sadness and heartbreak with me. Once I did that, I like I sprung forward like crazy. I did. I moved so fast forward. It was like, breaking speed limits because I was just so much happier. Not that happier that I lost my kids, but I let it go. And there's nothing I can do about it anymore. Some of these are really, really good. And let me see. I got to drink some water too. If you guys are with me, cool. If you don't, stop being so available to people who are only there for you when it's convenient for them. That is kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm being convenient for you guys. And you guys are only there for, how is that? Let me see, how is that saying again? Stop being so available to people who are only there for you when it's convenient for them. Yeah, if, you know how that one goes? If you're always there for someone, which is nice. It's good to always be there for someone. But if they're not going to be there uh, for you because they're not comfortable with it, or, okay, I got time, I'll go be there for you now. That's not really a friend. You got to have, the balance there. I have lint on my face. Excuse me. Anyway, okay, maybe, just maybe. That's what this one is about. It's hot out. Next one.
Our time, and that's who we spent.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Our time. There's only one thing more precious than our own time, and that's who we spend it on. You know who I spend my time on a lot? My little dog, Abigail. She's loyal to me, and I'm loyal to her. Although she's an adult already, she's not a little puppy. And, like, there's a little creek outside. I'm in Montana, and there's this little creek. But the little creek has, like, it goes underneath the road. And if she were to fall in, she'd get swept away with the creek and end up going under the road and might get stuck and, drowned in there or something. So I'm cautious about that. And she is like totally careless about it. And not to mention, she starts to wander off towards the road. And when she was doing that, a semi passed. And like, Abby, So I have to because animals don't quite comprehend all the dangers that are around them until they experience some of the dangers. Now, if she were experienced that she fell in the water and she would be like, well, I'm not going to do that again. Or if she were to get, hit by a car or something, well, then that wouldn't be good at all, because then she would be seriously hurt. But that's my loyal friend. So I'm like constantly after her, and that's about it. Hey, how did you lose your kids? If you don't mind. No, I don't mind telling you. Thanks for coming in, Cards. It was. I'll make it brief because it was years. I could sit here for 2 days and explain it to you, but I'll give you a short version. I was married, running my art business. I was the main bread and butter, because I was making a lot of money. Well, my ex was out there cheating, and we had my art business. My ex was supposed to be doing the accounting, and that wasn't happening because my ex worked at a bank. So you would think the person was good with money and stuff. Well, after the divorce, I found out that never happened. So IRS came after me, and the business was ours. So my ex got away with it. And now I had to fight for custody. I ended up losing my art business because it was too stressful with the custody and the fighting the courts and all this. Now IRS is after me. And so I ended up driving a semi. And actually, it wasn't a semi, it was a pickup truck. And then they treated me really bad there too. But them treating me bad at work was nothing compared to what I was going through in my own personal life. So imagine that. You hear about stories about them abusing you at work and stuff like that. That's what they were doing to me, but it's like I had bigger fish to fry. And like I said, there was the courts, the IRS, the kids and everything. And it got too much for me. So I ended up finding a different job, which they treated me with respect. And I was able to get my CDL. And from there, I did that. And I got remarried again, but then that turned into a big mess. So I ended up getting divorced. And I went over the road by myself. And that's when I lost my kids. Because by now, my 2 kids were not living with me. They were living, because, let me rewind, after the divorce, I lost everything. And I was living in my pickup truck in Denver in the wintertime. That wasn't easy. After making tons of money, all of a sudden, it all just goes. And, I'm supposed to be taking care of my kids, but it didn't work out. Everything there was a really roller coaster ride of emotions, of anger, of, courts, of money, of betrayal, of everything. And the ones that paid for it most, stupid fly, the ones that paid for it most were my kids, because they ended up losing me, really. So now they're both adults, and I feel I could have tried harder, and I made some bad decisions, but it's not just me. I didn't make all the bad decisions. Um, did you own a gallery? No, I never owned a gallery, but uh, the artwork that I was doing I got books in them too. I'd have to dig them out. I might dig them out tomorrow. Show you guys some artwork. Um, but when Macintosh first came out, right, with the computers, they were big computers, right? Remember? Or maybe you don't, but they were big computers. Looked like a TV. And by this time I was working with an art firm. This was before the divorce, and the art firm that I worked with, I was the creator. So I was the main artist. And the guy who was the finisher was my friend Matt. He was an animator for Bart Simpson. And then the director, he was the one that was, directing everything. It was his and his brother's art firm. The other brother was more of the shipper and the logistics part. But I was a creator. I was like the lead. I was the head of all this. So anything I would create, they would get out. And with Macintosh, we won the contract to put my artwork, with the help of the firm that I was in, into the brand new Macintosh computers. So when you would buy a brand new Macintosh computer, you'd get a sample of my artwork. And I was drawing, I did it for 6 years. 2 years with that firm and then 4 years independent. But I was still doing the same work. I just wasn't going to the office anymore. I could do it on my own. But, after 2 years, I became an independent. But, we couldn't break the contract we had with Macintosh, so I was able to keep it going. But then what threw me off was the divorce. And yeah, it was a big story. It was a really, really big story. And yeah, I'm an artist, professional artist. And not to mention, there were some people because when I started freelancing again later on in life, some people in London wanted me to go to London and put my artwork in their gallery over there. And I was about to, except I had never been that far, and I'd be going up there by myself, and I didn't have no money. That's the only thing that if I would have had money to do it, I would have went. But that's too far, and then I didn't want to end up stranded out there or something, where I come back in a different country and everything. So that's the part like okay, I won't do that. You had to pay support to do. It was a custody. See, we never set a custody thing like that. Child support. We never did that. It was, we were both supposed to be taking care of the kids together, divorced or not. And it just didn't work out. It's very complicated, but no, I didn't pay anybody for my, to take care of my kids. I don't even think I paid a babysitter. Because I used to work at home. I used to draw cartoons, taking care of my kids, And that was a dream job. Just imagine being home and you have 4 weeks to do your assignment. And that's most times it was 300 drawings in 4 weeks. Sometimes, Oh, well, at the end of the 4 weeks, you'd get a week off because at the end of the 4 weeks, you're supposed to have your work done, everything wrapped up, ready for marketing. So my friend Matt could start finishing and polishing them up. No questions asked. No, like, how do you do this? What does this mean? Like, it had to be precise, everything. And then from there, so I had to do that part. That was my job. So it had to be like to the point, and you look at it, you know what it is. It's not like you look at it and like, what does that mean? You know what? You know, none of that. It had to be like a house. You look at a house, you know it's a house. You know, you can know the difference between a house and a Christmas tree. You know, it's not like, is that a Christmas tree or is that a house? You know, you're like, a tree house? Or, you know, none of that guessing. It had to be direct. That was, but I never had to pay anybody to watch my kids because that was my, like I said, my dream job, and I would just do that every 4 weeks, and then after the fourth week, I would put it in, and the art director, he would pull up 1 week, or he would create some more ideas for me to do, and towards the end of that week, I'd go into his office, and we'd talk about it. You know, the last couple of days, we talk about it, this and that. No, you know, kind of like a song or something. You know, we, uh, you know, no, I don't think that's going to work. Yes, this is awesome, whatever. And then, okay, I'd have my assignment for the month. Go home, see you next month, and I'd bring home a ton of money. One time I did. He told me, okay, this one you don't have to do it, but this is what Macintosh wants. They want drawings an inch high, right? A square inch. And this was back in 72 DPI, 72 dots per square inch. Now it's like 3,000 dots per inch, so now it looks like really realistic. But back then it was just 72 DPI. That was it. That's, you know, way back when computers were just starting. I had to draw stuff like that. My assignment was to draw a total of 9,000 drawings in 3 months. That was 3,000 drawings a month for 3 months in a row. He says, "You up for that?" I says, "Yep." I mean, that was rough. That's when you're taking something you love. It takes the fun out of it because you have to do it, you know, whether you want to or not. Yeah, just sit down and draw. You just have to stay focused. It's none of this kicking back by the beach and just sketching something up. Yeah, I had to go home and do work. But that's why I'm trying to get back into it. But I want to do it right. I want to find whether it's going to be wildlife, portraits, videos, not these live videos, but if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see some really nice produced videos by Hugs and Kisses Art Studio. That's my name. In fact, that's the logo right there. See? And also, this is my other logo. I've had this one for like 30 years. So, this one, I've had that for like about 20 years. So, they're both together. But yeah, that's one of the things that I used to do. And also, you had to sell out a whole bunch of artwork with deadlines. Yeah, it was, but it wasn't, it was like every month, like I said, every 4 weeks. I wouldn't look at it as a month because every 4 weeks, you got 4 weeks to do it, whether you want to work 5 days a week or 7 days a week, whatever, or 2 days a week, 4 weeks. At the end of 4 weeks, you know, that's your deadline. You need to have everything complete. And actually, by the third week, I had to go in and, uh, you know, confirm everything. So that the last week, so really what I was doing was I cut myself really tight. So I'd get everything in 3 weeks. And if there was any adjustments made or any rejections, I had a week to finish up. So that way, on the fourth week, all the drawings would be done. Because if I just waited for the fourth week and then there were some objections or something that wasn't right or something, then I'm late and I wouldn't get paid. And we would be in very big trouble. So yeah, it was, see, drawing as an artist, it's nice. But when you look at it as a business, it's just like any other business. It's hard. And just like singer-songwriters, they can sing songs and they'll play and, by the campfire and everything. But when it comes to earning a living, to putting food on your table, that's a different story. And like me driving, I drive now and I could be driving my Harley and enjoying myself, but am I making money? Nope. So I got to drive a semi where I can make some money. Anyway, that's what, that's how it is when you, whatever career you're in. A framer, I was working next to a lot of framers before, and I've always been good with artwork. So I never made a deck. I was going to make like a wooden redwood decks, and I had it in my head. I was gathering up the tools to do it, but to start the business and stuff, I stopped right when I stopped that idea of, going to be a deck builder and kind of like a carpenter. That's when a lot of things changed economically, and a lot of people from other countries were coming in and taking those jobs for like a quarter of the price. So like, because I know my friends that, because I used to deliver lumber. I used to deliver all the wood for these decks and stuff. In fact, there was this one guy, I was just thinking about him the other day. He was a real tall guy. He was so nice. He was a deck builder. And he lived here in Montana. But I lived in Colorado. And he worked in Colorado, because there's no work in Montana. So he would drive to Denver every week and build decks and then come over here on weekends. And he's the one that was really pushing me to, yes, let's start doing it. But then he had to stop because the price he was charging to build the deck, which was an average price, these other people came in from other countries. They did it for like peanuts, and they did it twice as fast because they had all kinds of people coming in and getting it done, like, in 2 days they'd have it done. When you get one guy doing it, it's going to take a week to 2 weeks because, all the measuring by yourself, and unless you had even a helper. So anyway, that's how it goes. But I stopped because all that started coming in. So I'm glad I stopped doing that. Anyway, I'm supposed to put you guys to have guests, but let me see. Oh, okay, there it is. See, I don't know how to do this now. See, I know I can do that. You got a cool logo. I've never seen that one before. I don't know how to put this so that it can. Hold on. So I can get people on here. How do I comment on my own thingy? It said add. Hi, Dodie. I'm live, but I'm listening to. Are you? You're live? Uh, well, thanks, buddy. You know, I'm only on for just a little while anyway. On this one, I don't even know. It doesn't have a time as to how long I've been on. Because I'm on StreamYard where I can invite guests, but it says invite guest. Okay. Copy. Guests can stream to their own destinations. Okay, I'll put that. Instructions for cancellation. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh wow, okay, I am. Can you hear me?